This is the Old Guy Network.
Welcome back to the Old Guy Network. I am the Old Guy, the OG, Jay, and you know who you are. Well, it is Thursday morning, and I'm just so happy to be here, and I hope you're having a wonderful start to your Thursday. Today, we're going back into the shed, and we're going to talk about how to make wood longer.
That's what she said.
That's not what I'm talking about. No, what I'm talking about is yesterday I went out and made some sawhorses, but I miscalculated on the number of 2x4s I needed, and I was one short. And the sawhorses that I make, the legs are 30 inches long, and all I had was a 2x4 that was 29 inches long. So I wanted to add a little bit to it so I could still make the sawhorse, and it's a very simple idea. And if you need to do this, I mean, I wouldn't do this if you're building a house, but if you're, you probably don't want to splice your wood together that way. But I've got just a simple idea on how to make a 2x4 a little bit longer so that you can still use it, and you don't have to wait and go to the store and buy some more. So, yeah, let's head out to the shop.
Back in the shop, right where I belong. And as you can see, this is just a normal looking I-beam sawhorse. But if you look real careful, take a close look, and you'll notice that this leg has been stretched. Now you can probably figure out how I did that just by looking at that, but I'm going to show you on another piece of wood just how easy this is. It's very simple. Again, I wouldn't use this on anything real structural, but for a sawhorse, it's probably going to be okay. So the first thing we do is get a 2x4 and cut it right down the middle. This is the piece that we want to stretch. See, I've already cut it down the middle. You set up your saw for 1 3/4 inches, and that'll take care of that. Now we just have to have a scrap piece that we're going to add to that. So I'm going to cut that one down the middle, and then we'll join them. And now we have our scrap piece. We just got to cut that in half and add that to that. We can do that. These are our two pieces that we split. Now they weren't exactly in the middle, but that's okay. All we got to do is add some glue to both of these and then clamp them together. Now, I don't want this to sit around for too long. I want to be able to use this piece of wood. So what I'm going to do now is drill a couple of pilot holes and actually countersink 2 deck screws into our project wood. Now just wipe off the excess glue. Usually I have some water out here. Right now I don't. I would just put a drop of water on here, a little bit of water on here, and wipe it off. But after it dries, I'm just going to hit it with a chisel real quick. But if you're just using it for something, that you're just using around in your shop, you don't even have to do that. All right, so now that we have this done, now we got to find the right piece for the right end. And look at that. Basically, all we got to do now is exactly what we did before. We're going to put some glue on the board, and then we're going to put a couple of deck screws in this, and then trim it up, and it'll be done. That's it. It's pretty damn simple, right? Again, don't use this structurally, but if you're making sawhorses or something that you just want to hold up, maybe hold up your bench. So I guess structurally for a bench would be okay. But this is not finished work. This is just making a 2x4 a little bit longer. And I could have waited and gone to the store and everything, but why bother? I can just stretch it out. And just a quick safety tip. After you're done your project, make sure you lower the blade on your table saw and take off any scraps of wood that you might have on your table saw. I even take off my miter gauge, and I also take off the fence. That way, if something happens, if the saw comes on, you're not hitting wood with the blade and spewing it all over the place, or God forbid, running your fingers through the blade. So just for safety's sake, lower the damn blade.
I hope you enjoyed that quick video on how to stretch your wood.
That's what she said.
Of course, there are other ways to do this. If you're doing more of a finish work project, if you're doing cabinetry, you'd want to be a lot more precise with your cuts, and you'd want to clamp those and let the glue dry before you add your fastener. And I wouldn't use deck screws on cabinet work. I would actually use dowels. That way you can sand them off, and that way you can paint them or stain them or whatever you want to do. It would look a lot more professional. That's going to do it with this quick video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you won't miss any of the videos. And wouldn't that be nice? I hate missing stuff. Do it all the time. That's going to do it for the Old Guy Network. I am the OG, and I'm out. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Oh, son of a...